Ciao, I'm Tony Nasello and welcome to Home with the Lost Italian. This is my classic Tuscan bean salad. Insalata alla Toscana, okay? Why is this Tuscan? Because the main ingredient of the salad is beans. And when you're thinking of Italy, the region that really uses a lot of beans is Tuscany. In fact, the Tuscans are known as the bean eaters. Mangia fagioli, bean eaters. And you know what? Also, here in North Dakota, we are also bean eaters because North Dakota happens to produce over 30% of all beans produced in America. So way to go, North Dakota. Farmers of North Dakota, you are the rock stars. So yes, North Dakota, we are also bean eaters. We produce so many different varieties of beans here in North Dakota. Two of the most popular, which can also substitute the ones I'm using today. Today I'm using cannellini beans, but Great Northern is one that we produce in North Dakota that's very, very popular and that you can use to substitute the cannellini beans. And the other one you can use to substitute is navy beans, okay? But today we're using cannellini beans, and you can find cannellini beans in the store here. The label for sure that always carries cannellini beans is Progresso, right here, Progresso, all right? The other components to this delicious Tuscan salad is red onion, sun-dried tomatoes, a little fresh celery, and to make it seasonal and summery, okay, I have some grilled corn, because corn's in season now. So a little smokiness on the corn just intensifies the flavor, make it really nice and sweet, complementing this salad. It's very easy. And then we're going to dress it with some extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic vinegar and salt and pepper. That's it. Very, very simple, but delicious. All right, so let's get started. I'm using the cannellini beans, and the cannellini beans I like to use because they're creamy, buttery, soft, just a nice flavor to complement in the salad. So what I want to do is I want to strain the cannellini beans from the can, and after we strain them, I also like to wash them, okay, run them under water, okay, so it's cold water for a few seconds just to rinse off from the can, okay, so know that those are ready. Okay, so we rinse the cannellini beans, and that's ready to go. Now we're going to start cutting our ingredients. Take a celery here, use my sharp knife again, and we're just going to cut them in the shape that it is, just like this, 1/4 inch, and just go all the way down. Okay? And then we have the celery, and I like to use celery because it gives it that crunch, okay? We have the soft beans. We want a little texture, so we're going to add some celery. And about 1.5 stalks of celery. We'll just go all the way down. Use our hand as a guide and just go across, just like that. Okay? And one more piece. And we're rolling the knife, you see that? And it does all the work for us. Okay. Celery, finito, ready to go. We can start assembling the salad. I have another bowl here. So we'll put the beans in this bowl. We'll add our celery, just like that. Okay. Now we're going to take our red onion, some color and crunch again. We're just going to cut this in half, flat surface. Now the way to cut the onion so that it's even, small cuts, I'm going to show you here. So in the onion we cut it in half. Here's the root part of the onion. We don't want to cut through this. We want to leave that a little bit because that's going to hold all the layers of the onion together when we're cutting. So we go down like this. Okay. So now we have all our cuts this way. Now we're going to go this way, okay, across, as even as we can, 3 or 4 times. And now we go down, and then we have that nice small dice, even cuts of red onion, so every bite is the same and delicious. Right in the bowl, okay. This one here, get rid of that, put this in the bowl. Okay, Cipolla rossa, red onion, okay, right into the bowl. So we have our celery, our cannellini beans. Okay, now I have some sun-dried tomatoes, and these are dried sun-dried tomatoes. You can also use the ones that are packed in olive oil, perfect. And if they're really dry when you buy them, you can rehydrate them in a little bit of water for about 10 to 15 minutes and then strain them. But these ones are dry, but they're still a little soft, okay? And with the addition of the oil and the balsamic, they will also soften up while they're marinating in the salad too. So I'm just going to take some of these, and we're just going to chop these just a little bit smaller. So we have bite-sized pieces, okay, right into the bowl. So we had a stalk and a half of celery, half a red onion, and this is about a 1/4 cup of chopped sun-dried tomato. And the can I used for the beans was a 15-ounce can, okay? Depending on how many people you need to serve. If you have more, just add another can, no problem. And this is one of those salads that the longer it stays in the refrigerator, a couple days, just gets better and better, okay? Perfect side dish to complement your food, especially in the summertime, okay? Eat your beans. Buy the North Dakota beans. Here we go. So, what's left? I already have my grilled corn. 1 ear of corn right into the bowl. All right. Now I have 2 tablespoons here of balsamic vinegar. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon, and then we'll taste it. Okay. And then we're going to add extra virgin olive oil to coat. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Classic ratio for a vinaigrette is always 3 to 1, 3 parts oil, 1 part vinegar. Okay, I went 2 to 1 because I really want to taste that balsamic. It really makes everything pop. All right, so we're going to salt now. A teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of crushed black pepper. Okay, and we're going to toss this together. Look at that. So when I'm tossing, I spin the bowl with one hand and mix with the other, just like that. Break apart some of that corn. Okay. Okay, so we toss everything together. Okay. The last thing we need to do, of course, is what? We have to taste it. See if it needs a little more seasoning, maybe a little more oil, a little more balsamic vinegar. So we taste our food. The crunch of the celery, the red onion, the corn, a little smokiness. Oil's perfect. Vinegar, beautiful. A little more salt. Up high, so we cover the whole surface of our bowl. And that should be just perfecto. Okay. Now I have this beautiful bowl here. Present our salad. Okay, right in the bowl, just like that. And really against the white bowl, you can see everything beautiful. Give it a little shake. Okay, and there we have it. Tuscan bean salad, insalata alla toscana, cannellini beans, creamy, buttery, nice and soft, celery, red onion, sun-dried tomato, that concentrated flavor of tomato, and the char of the corn, which is in season. Another perfect summer side for you and your family and your guests. All right, my name's Tony Nasello. Thank you for watching Home with the Lost Italian. You can find more of my delicious recipes on thelostitalian.areavoices.com. Check them out. We'll see you next time. Arrivederci.